Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a lovely day so far. In today's video I'm testing out this, which I believe is new. I think it's new in the UK anyway. This is the L'Oreal Age Perfect BB cover. So this is a BB cream, but it says it has the flattering effect of a foundation, so I don't really know what to expect. I mean, I love a light coverage base, a light coverage foundation. One of my all-time favourites is another L'Oreal product, the Tinted Water Cream. So I'm going to swatch these on my hand next to each other to sort of figure out the texture. I am also a little bit worried about the colour of the Age Perfect one. This was the lightest shade and I think it's going to be a little bit dark, but we'll swatch it. We'll see how it goes. So this is what the packaging looks like. It is exactly the same as the Skin Paradise Tinted Water Cream. Exactly the same size, the same cap, everything is exactly the same, apart from obviously the design. And it says on the back of this, flattering effect of a foundation with the ultra thin caring texture of a BB, evens complexion and corrects dark spots, no mask effect, fresh skin finish with SPF 50. Now, I am a big advocate for SPF. Obviously I am very, very pale, but you always need to have your SPF underneath these sorts of products. It's great that it has it, but don't rely on it. So this is the Age Perfect blended out, and as I suspected, that is slightly too dark. I can work my magic on that and maybe lighten it with a bit of concealer or something, but that's how that one looks. And then this is the Skin Paradise one, which first off I can see is much fairer, so if you are fair skinned you may well struggle to find a colour in that Age Perfect one. The coverage is definitely less with the Skin Paradise one compared to the Age Perfect. You can see that this is much sheerer. They both feel really hydrating. They both feel lovely. Obviously I've only just put those on the back of my hand, so they are still wet, but we will see how they look, or how the Age Perfect one looks on the face. So normally with the Skin Paradise one, I like to use a sponge. I like to use a sponge most of the time for my base products. I have very dry skin, so I like to have that extra moisture from the sponge whilst it blends out all of my makeup. So I'm going to do the same with the Age Perfect one. So I'm going to start with this much product and I will just tap it on. I'm hoping the colour doesn't look too crazy because I do actually have places to be today. Let's wait and see. So that's all of that on the skin, and I'm going to use a sponge. I think I've heard that this is meant to be a dupe for the NARS light reflecting foundation, that new one that they've brought out. I haven't tried that, so I can't comment. I don't have it. I'm not going to pick it up, but it does look really, really pretty, so I'm excited to see how this looks. It's blending out really, really easily. It is just meshing into the skin so easily with the sponge. I wonder how this would work with a brush. Like, would you get more coverage out of it with a brush? Probably. I just like the finish with the sponge. And I haven't used any sort of primer, nothing underneath this today. I just wanted to see how it would lay on the skin without anything. This looks so natural. It looks really soft. It's definitely like knocked back the redness in my cheeks. I actually feel like the colour isn't too bad of a match for my neck. My neck gets more tanned. Well, I use a lot of acids and things on my face, so my face is a lot less tanned than the rest of my body, but like I feel like that's quite a good colour for me. It has blended out really easily. I did have some like dry patches around my nose, and I don't feel like it's picked up on that. I feel like it's just sort of smoothed over that really nicely. I also feel like the texture and things that I have in the centre of my face is a little bit knocked back, which is nice, of course. So I will just see if it's buildable. I will see if this will build up the coverage anymore. So I'll just go in with a little bit more, not as much as I did the first time, and I'll just put this across the middle and again blend it out with my sponge. Yes, I definitely feel like that's built up nicely across the centre. That looks really nice. I'll zoom you in so that you can see the texture. So you can see sort of here, I do have some like dry bits on the side of my nose, but I feel like that looks really pretty. Like, it's very glowy, I am aware, but I really like the finish of that. It is just sort of smoothed over things nicely. Obviously you can still see my pores, they're there, I'm gonna let them live, but everything just looks really nicely sort of hydrated and evened out. This is in like mostly natural light as well. I am sat in front of a big window. I have a few ring lights, but it's mostly natural light. So that's how that's looking. I'm going to go ahead and just do the rest of my face. I will just zip through this quickly. So going in with the NYX Concealer Serum. And honestly, I don't even feel like I need that much. I am just going to brighten mostly rather than conceal. I like the coverage of this BB cream, so I'm just going to brighten up down the centre of my face more than anything. I'm going to use a tiny little bit of a liquid blush. This is the Barry M Fresh Face Cheek and Lip Tint in Summer Rose. I'm going to tap a little bit of the Revolution Pro Hydra Matte Setting Powder, just sort of down the centre. It is about 7 million degrees today. We're expecting a thunderstorm. I'm so excited, but it is very warm. I do need some setting powder. I'm just going to use it on a small brush though, rather than the huge one that I normally use, and just tap this down the centre. Bit of bronzer. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Bronzer in the shade Light, 250 Light. And then I'm just going to put a little bit more mascara on. I don't feel like I've got enough on the Maybelline Lash Sensational. And that is me done for the day. So, the Age Perfect. I really like it. I like how smooth everything looks. Everything just looks that little bit perfected. You can still see all of my freckles. Every single one of my freckles you can still see. And I like that. I like a lighter coverage. I wouldn't say that this gives me a foundation-y effect. It is still that sort of BB cream, that sort of very light coverage, tinted moisturiser sort of feel. It's giving me the look of a tinted moisturiser. It's giving me a little bit more than the Tinted Water Cream, but it still just looks so natural. It feels, honestly, it feels like nothing on the skin. I don't feel like I have any like products on my skin. It feels really nice and hydrating, and I feel like I don't have time to do a wear test today. It's already quite late on in the day, but I feel like this would wear really nicely. Like, I don't feel like it's going to sort of slip around. I feel like it's on my skin, but not like oily or like too hydrating where it feels like it will just wear off instantly. It's that sort of balance between the two, but I really like how this looks. I'm really happy with all of the base products. I really enjoyed the application of this as well. It just blended out so easily. Definitely blended out easier than a foundation, and I'm assuming it's that sort of more moisturizing finish of it is just smoothing over everything and giving me that coverage all over really nice and smoothly. I definitely feel like somebody with more mature skin, somebody who would maybe be more attracted to the Age Perfect range, I definitely feel like it works for that sort of target market where you maybe have fine lines, you maybe have some texture, because I do feel like the very few areas that I have, I feel like it has just smoothed over those so perfectly that I would definitely see it working for that target market. So if you have tried the Age Perfect, let me know what you think in the comments section down below. If you haven't already, then please like this video if indeed you did like the video, and if you're new here and this is the first video of mine that you have ever seen and you like what you saw, then you can subscribe down below to be notified every time I post a new video. I post 3 videos a week on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Saturday, so there's always new videos around here. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye!